Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So I've got an exciting video today. So we're going to be doing a back testing video, FX replay I'm using. So yeah, let's pretty much get into it. So if you haven't used FX replay before, this is how you create a session. So you sign up, create an account, blah blah blah. You're over here, you'll see this dashboard. You create a session. We're going to simulate 150k prop firm account size. We'll go with NQ. And we can go back to, let's do June of, go back to 2 years, do June, and I want to skip NFP week. I just can't be asked to backtest NFP week. Yeah, we'll start on the Sunday just so we have the week, and the end date doesn't matter, and then we'll create a new strategy called the unicorn model. Save. Actually, you know what? I think we'll do an end date of, do the whole of June, whole of July. We'll do the 1st of August. So we have 2 months worth of data, and we'll click save. I'll click play. Now, for this backtesting video, it's loading, cool. First off, I want to put this back down to -4 so we have the right time. I am going to skip Mondays. You know, I'm not going to skip Mondays. I'm actually going to just trade every day and see how it works out. So we said June, didn't we? Cool, so we actually have no news on this Monday, so let's go see what Monday looks like. So I'm using the 4 hour to 15 minute to 1 minute. That's just what I'm doing for this back test, so 1 minute entry functions for this example. And what can I see with price? So price currently on the 4 hour. Oh, we had New York open, sorry about that. No, we're not. Wicked. So we'll go to the 4 hour. Okay, so the 4 hour, we're currently located in a bearish FEG, so I would be bearish. The 15 minute, that looks awful. So if I saw this, I would literally be marking out like a megaphone pattern, if that makes sense to anyone. Just this, like this is just a range. This I wouldn't trade this. This is honestly, I would not trade this. It's a Monday, and this is the price action. There's just nothing clear here. Like we're literally just in a range. We are in a range. My bias is bearish. 1 hour, yeah. There's just nothing here for me to be interested in to take. We're just in a range, guys. I'm just going to give what I personally think. Yeah, that looks awful. We can see what New York Open does. I wouldn't even have a POI. I mean, we have buy side liquidity. We have this high here, maybe. We could use as a draw, but I am bearish, so make it look nice and fancy on the screen for you guys. So we have buy side liquidity here. We have failure swings here. So we have a low here that we could also target. So I just want to see what New York Open does. Okay, so straight away, we from the opening bell, we seem to be going higher. Yeah, so I would say my drawn liquidity would be this. We have taken a swing high here because what we have over here is a swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. So on the 15 minute, I'm on the 4 hour, I'm bearish. 15 minute, we're now above a swing high where I would look for a short, but I'm worried that this candle, I mean, I would like to see maybe if we respect 50% of the wick. So we'll keep seeing what happens. literally can't make this up. So we tap 50% of this wick. What happens from here? We're going lower. Also look at the 5 minute. So we have this accumulation. New York potentially manipulates up, taking all the liquidity. I'm a bit scared though of this buy side liquidity resting here. And we get strong displacement down. So if I show you the 15 minute, can you see how we tap 50% of this wick? Accumulation, manipulation, and now we're taking all of the targets that I set out here before. So we're back at the extreme low of the range. So at this extreme low of the range on the 1 minute, so just want to check the 5 minute. Yeah, that's crazy. On the 1 minute, we do have a bearish breaker here. So this is, you'd want the lowest down close candle before the leg up that took that liquidity, which is here. So we have a breaker block plus, do we have an FEG aligned? No, we don't. I'd wait for the next candle. Now we do. So we have a breaker block with an FEG aligned here. What time is it? So would I want to take this? I don't feel confident in taking this. I'd probably wait till 9:45 to see if we get a CSD. I think that is the most important thing because we're now in an extreme part of the range. Rejected off 50% of this wick, but I still have buy side liquidity resting here for 1 hour. We're also in a 1 hour FEG here. And yeah, it just looks like more accumulation. So I just want to skip this. This isn't something I would take, but I'll put it on the screen. My stop would go above the breaker, target 2R. Oh, this is another thing as well. See how price has gone to 2R? I would take my limits off anyway, so I wouldn't even enter this. It's basically at 2R. So I'm not entering this, but we can see how this plays out. Goes 2R, confirms that it with my risk that I put on the screen here, so I wouldn't enter this anyway. We get tapped in here, and now look, straight to stop loss. Straight to stop loss. Straight to take profit. So what you'll probably notice as well, this high, I think it was this high, that high, as doesn't mean anything to us. I mean, it's like the top of the accumulation range in a way, but because you can see here, that is our range. So it comes back up to the top of the range and dumps down to 2R. So this would have been a loser if I took it, which I didn't because it went 2R. So that is me basically not interested in that. But you see how this bias is kind of playing out though. So maybe we get a 15-minute continuation. So we're at 9:45. Did we get a 15-minute CSD? I think we did. Okay, so when I see it, what do I want to see with a CSD, guys? So with a CSD, I want to see an FEG with displacement left behind for a CSD for me to count it as high probable. We don't get that here. We don't get that here, so we don't have a continuation to go off from. We're now below a swing. We're in a bullish FEG now, but my 4 hour remains bearish. So we take this off screen. It's not needed anymore. We're now rejecting here. I want to see if we have SMT. Oh, I don't have a yes on, do I? No. So I don't know if we have SMT here. So we're rejecting off this 15-minute now. So we can check to see when we took some sell side. Do we have a bullish breaker? Nah, nothing there. Now I'm only looking for shorts. I have to make that clear. Okay, so if this was to be taken, this would be your bullish breaker. And can you see how we're reaching for now that buy side liquidity? You have an FEG here, there, aim for 2R. This is not something I would take. I have a bearish bias. I'm just trying to play this out, guys, like how I'm seeing price. I don't just want to skip. Like I want to be. This is going to be a long video. Takes buy side liquidity. So now, after taking that buy side liquidity, I'd want to look at potential shorts because I still have a bearish bias. And as you can actually see here, we have a bearish breaker block. We have an FEG aligned with this. I just kind of skipped a bit too quickly. I put my stop above this high because just this is quite tight if I have it here. So I'd rather put it where this wick's high is, not this wick. That's just too big for me. I like to be tight stops. So I'm comfortable having my entry there, and I will place a order, and we will risk 900. We're tapped in. See how close we came. So yeah, maybe you could have put your stop at 20 points maybe to make it a bit more comfortable, because that nearly came to our stop loss. That was close. And that just actually goes to explain why I wouldn't want to put a tight stop loss like that. I'd want some wiggle room above the high. I mean, you could, if you're already at like a 14 point, you could have gone 15 maybe even, and gone with 2R, and you still would hit 2R. So yeah, that was a winning trade there. Breaker block is here, high, low, high, takes that buy side liquidity on the 15-minute, bearish bias on the 4-hour, and straight to 2R. So first trade on a Monday as well with no news. It's not bad, is it? Cool. So we'll go to the next day. So this is one trade done. It won't take more than one trade a day. Next New York session. Cool. What time is it? 9:15. So 9:15, what am I doing? I'm just going to be looking at price. So price today, we are in a bullish FEG now. We're at bullish FEG. Do we have news today? We have news at 10 AM. Bear that in mind. But it's not really high impact news, so I'm not really worried about that. It's just someone speaking. So bullish FEG, below swing lows, bullish bias. Simple. Don't need to complicate it. 15-minute before New York Open. Below swing low, and then a bullish FEG. It's not complicated. Let's go to New York Open. Cool. At New York Open, what can I see off the bat? I see we have some liquidity resting here. On a lower time frame, if I mark this out, we have some liquidity resting here. This will be low resistance liquidity. Failure swings, we do. Nice targets. We've already swept this high. We've got some nice targets here to aim for. Don't know, maybe we get another sweep of this low. We'll see what happens. We get a sweep of this low. So we're at an important level on a higher time frame. We created a swing point here. We had displacement up. We've now come back down, taking this low. Failure to close below it. Although, what time are we on? 15-minute. To be fair, we still have we're only 2 minutes into this 15-minute candle, but we sweep this low again. We're now getting, like, once you understand where the draw could be, it just becomes a bit more clear. So now we're actually sweeping all this liquidity. We don't have a fair, so bullish fair value up here. Now, this is when, would you use that or would you use that? I'm going to say this. Highest up close candle before the leg down. It's got to be that, isn't it? It's got to be. We don't have an FEG aligned. We now have an FEG aligned. because this is your, so this is the pot the leg down, that's the highest. Debatable. I would probably use this. Yeah, I would use that. I'll put my stop below the breaker block. We'll do 21. And I'm targeting 2R. Now, what am I going to be targeting? God. 15 minute. Brilliant. We can target this high here. We also have this high as well. If this 15 minute closes above here, we'll have a CSD. What time are we on? Okay, we've got 10 minutes still, but I'm going to be placing this. Save. And it goes 2R without us. So I would take my limit off, and for the sake of the video, we can watch what happens. Keep checking the 15 minute. So we're getting nice displacement through. You see how this is now looking nice. So we're potentially going to get CSD here, guys. Limits are off, but we can see if price now comes back down to it. I want to see if we get CSD. Cool, new candle. So we get closure here. Sorry, our CSD would actually be confirmed with the next candle. So this is, well, this is kind of confirmed, this CSD. Oh no, sorry, it's over here. So yeah, we would need this candle closure to leave an FEG to even more confirm, but we have a CSD, guys. So for me, as I say, I don't take a long above a swing high or a bearish FEG. It has to be in a bullish FEG or below a swing low. We're not below a swing low, and we haven't got a bullish FEG. So I would have to wait for this 15-minute candle to see what it does. This is literally nothing I can do. I would have to wait for this 15-minute candle to be finished. Remember, we have news at 10. Let's see what this news at 10 does. It doesn't actually do anything. 15-minute CSD leaves an FEG. So best bet I could do, we sweep this high as well actually. So I'd want to look for maybe a bearish setup, but I wouldn't take a bearish setup because I have a bullish bias. Look at the 4-hour. Okay, now I actually would be kind of worried about this 4-hour close because now we're in a new 4-hour opening. This is a doji. This could be going lower. And we have no bearish FEG. So I just want to see what the 1 minute does. I don't see a bearish setup here anyway. I should really see if we get a bearish CSD, a bearish uni. Swing high, swing low, swing high. We have one here. This leaves a FEG aligned. But I know there's a bullish FEG here, and I have a bullish bias. We were in a bullish location. We don't have any 4-hour FEG anywhere here, so, and we're not above a swing high. So for me, it's still in a bullish location, guys. But so I wouldn't take this. The setup's there, it's valid. 15-minute, you've swept this high. The setup is valid here. I wouldn't take this, but we can see if it plays out. Goes 2R. It literally tapped 2R, and it's now tapped into this bullish FEG. So this is when now it's at my location with my buyer. So this actually already went 2R, this bearish setup without us. So the limits would be off anyway. Price still hasn't come back down to this breaker block. I'm just leaving this here because I'm kind of interested to see if it does. But we actually have there we go, look at that. Bullish breaker. We tapped into a, so this is our CSD. So why, if I've got a CST like this, it's not, for me to frame a short with a CSD is kind of hard. With this displacement as well, it's very difficult. So yeah, we would want to get a FEG aligned with this. Do we get an FEG? Oh, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. It's still not putting another low in. I don't think that's an FEG. That is an FEG. Would I take this, guys? Or like, would I? Because now we've tapped this bearish FEG, haven't we? So let me mark out the bearish and the bullish. But I have a bullish bias. What one would you take, guys, before I enter this? I'm going long. Now, would I have taken this on an actual, my real account? I don't know what my motions would be like. This, some people say this is a clear displacement, but I'm back testing. It's like clicking buttons. I'm just want to see what happens. So I'm putting my entry here. We're tapped in here. Straight to 2R. Now, do you notice something? And I'm just seeing this as well. If your stop was here and you targeted, you would have got stopped actually out in this. Yeah, you would have got stopped. Yeah, never mind. I thought that went too hard, the bearish one, when it tapped it here. I thought it went too hard, but it didn't. But do you see how you need to frame your context? So I know I said on the 4 hour, when I see like a doji candle like this, especially at a low, it signifies that the buyers here are strong. We had a sell-off, sell-off, sell-off. We had a buyer, swept the lower gain, getting all of this liquidity. 4 hour FEG, buyers pushed up price. We closed here. We came low. We open low, and then maybe we're gonna have a high and high close. So that's what you have to think here. I don't know. I didn't check the 1 hour, to be honest. The 1 hour as well. Like, yeah. I'm going to get a 1 hour CSD as well here potentially. So it's just the bias and everything's matching. So do you see why I didn't want to take a short position? And now look at our account. We've taken 2 trades this week on this back test and we're already up 3.6k. So that's that, done for this day. Let me see what happens. Let me just keep going higher. And I'm only going for 2R. Like, imagine you wanted to go higher. I mean, if you went for 3R, does it give you your profit? Yeah, it does, 2,700. Do you know what I mean? So, yep. Move on to the next. So we'll go to the next New York session, and we have no news on Wednesday. It is on Wednesday, right? Yeah. Okay. So Wednesday, I want to start again, guys. 4 hour. What do you notice with the 4 hour? I want to check. Did we get that 1 hour CST as well? We did get that 1 hour CST. What do you guys notice on the 4 hour? We're just accumulating. We have no news today, and we have CPI on Friday. Today is very unlikely that we're going to have any movement or anything to draw on. We're just accumulating. Price right now is not located at any location at opening. Yeah, it's not even at a location. I mean, it's tapped into a 4 hour FEG, so at best, I would maybe want to see a low. We go low, let's go higher. But yeah, I'd have a bullish bias, but what's the 15 minutes here? Okay, we're just accumulating. Let's jump to New York Open. Okay, New York Open, where's price? Okay, price is now again going into this 4 hour FEG. We're just accumulating. There's just nothing here. Like, I'd want to see a sweep. We have low resistance liquidity resting here. I'd want to see a sweep. if we are to go higher. We have high resistance liquidity here, low resistance liquidity here. It's clearly bearish. Let's see what New York Open does. Take that. It's now coming up, coming up. Now we're going up higher. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like. We're just accumulating. We're just going sideways. I don't feel comfortable. Like, I'm backtesting, so I don't actually feel anything. But if this was an actual, like, we didn't sweep this. Why did we sweep this but not this? It's, if I saw this, like, I don't know if we have SMT here as well. We might have SMT. I can't check for some reason because I didn't enable. Yes, we have a FEG here we tapped. I think for the backtesting video, am I going to want to take this setup? I can mark it out. There's your breaker. Do you have an FEG within the breaker? There isn't one. We can see what the next one does. Now there is. Check the 15-minute. Tapped into this FEG here, bearish. I wouldn't take this, but we'll see how it goes out. Like, I've just had 2 winning days, guys. Am I going to take this? No, but I'm going to see what happens. Tapped. 2R. But I didn't take it. Now, would I have taken this on an actual live, if this was a real scenario? I don't know. But I'm back testing and it's just so easy for me to click buttons. But you see how we have a Judas? Sweep liquidity at the Judas. Displace higher. Now this is a back testing video and I would still claim this as a win. So if I do the maths on my screen, I don't think you can see it, my calculator, 3,600 we're basically in profit. We would have risked the same amount, so we would have been up another 1,800. We'd be at $5,400 in profit already. And we're on day 3 of the back test. And all I'm showing you guys is 3 time frames for bias, for narrative, and for entry. And I'm seeing if price at open is below a swing low, above a swing high, or if it's in a bearish or bullish FEG. And that's how I get my bias. And that's all I'm doing. So we didn't get this, but that's absolutely fine. Would I still look for a trade? I'm always going to be watching what price is doing, so we will see where this 15-minute candle closes. Look at that. Gives you another entry and it goes to R. Can't make this up. Gives you another entry and goes to R. It's got to be made up. Now I don't know if we have SMT here. We could have SMT here. I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Just something came up. So yeah, I will be doing edits of this video if I have to stop. So yeah, where was I? So on the 1 minute, it goes to R again. So what would I want to see? We fit. What time is it as well? So we're in the new 15-minute. Fail to close above there, creating a CSD. I mean, we took this low. I want to see a close here. So double check the 4 hour now. Where are we on the 4 hour? Yeah, I don't know if there's SMT here, so if I'm going to look for anything, guys, I'm going to remove this all off the screen. We haven't got an FEG here. There's just nothing here for me, to be honest. It'd be nice to target this high, like drawn liquidity wise. But can you just see how we're just accumulating? Like, if this accumulation phase is to stay hold, I'd expect this just to dump, and we could have SMT this high. So I'm not 100% sure, but we can see what happens. And you can see that clear draw on liquidity gets hit. this high gets hit. So it looks like we're expanding. Now this could be accumulation manipulation to go lower, but to be honest, we have smooth edges up here. That's a long term probably where price wants to go. So yes, so what I would want to do, we're now above a swing high. I had that bullish bias for today. Now my extreme drawn liquidity would be this high if we are to really remain bullish. But do you see what price is just doing here? Like just going up and down. Like we're just going in a range on the high time frame. 1 hour again. Don't be fooled. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's just an idea. AMD, keep it in mind. We're at 9 a.m. 10 a.m. is going to close in 10 minutes. I think I'd want to see what 10 a.m. does. Cool. We're at 10 a.m. I don't know if ES maybe swept a high here. I don't know. It's kind of my fault. I should have done that. Mark out maybe 50% of this. Tapped 50%. Rejecting off of it. This not necessarily means this price is going to go lower. But you see how with this accumulation, take all the liquidity, people will have their stops above this high, for example. Maybe here, maybe even above here. These people do, if they're still in. They'll definitely have a stop above here. We could run this before going lower. See what happens. Notice how we have a bearish unicorn. But look at the 4 hour. We are in a bearish FEG. Quite an old bearish FEG. But we've filled all of it, we've mitigated all of it. I still think we're going to go higher. Just a little bit more. So I wouldn't take this. There is an FEG aligned with this. We can still, like I say, forward test this. Tapped. Stopped out. Do you see why I don't want to take this? I still think we're going to take this high. This is just a retrace. Look, high, low, high, retrace. Yes, we create a break here. But if we look at the 5 minute, we tapped into a 5 minute FEG. Look at that. I didn't even show the 5 minute, but look, you can see how prices react. So we're still going to go higher, so we're still bullish. Now you could say this is going to be your bullish breaker block. But when you're at your bullish breaker block, which when it's so near to your drawn, like this is quite a big breaker. Accumulation. There's just nothing here. Remember, there's no news today. There's no driver. Then look, we don't take that high. We do actually end up going lower. See how you had that accumulation, manipulation. Now we're getting distribution potentially down. So that bearish breaker that we had in mind first, we actually never closed above it, I don't think. No, we never did. Oh no, did we? Maybe we did. No, yeah, we did. But could you say it respect, like, it's again stop loss placement, isn't it? But that's not, I think it's just low, it's just low, it just doesn't, yeah, just low accumulation, and then just now, go low. There, for me to take anything on the 15 minute, they're just, I mean, at best we have a FEG here. So we'll see what price does if it taps that. It doesn't tap it. Comes back up to this. I don't think that will hold. Maybe it does. Again, it's not something I take. Yeah, I just think I'd skip today. I would skip today. We had two. We already had a trade that we missed here, like, and I wouldn't want to force a trade. There's just nothing here. We don't tap into an FEG. It's 10:30. Still got some time. We can see what this candle closure does. Yeah, there's just nothing there. That's interesting. This is doji. There's no high. No, there's nothing on the higher time frame that we've tapped into. And just look what happens. We just get this accumulation. There's nothing goes on. I don't know if there's SMT here. Do we have a breaker block anywhere here? There's nothing. Yeah, we do. But again, I wouldn't take it. I just wouldn't take that. I would not take that. That goes 2R but doesn't even tap you in. There was probably SMT here, I can't lie. ES probably tapped it a fair value gap or something, but yeah, I just there's nothing there for me to take, guys. I'd skip the day now. It's now coming into nearly PM session. Yeah, I just call it a day. Yeah. Again, this is backtesting. I'm literally just clicking buttons. Yeah, you see we accumulate going into lunch. Like, it's just awful. And probably at lunch we probably actually do have a bigger move. But again, there's just nothing there for me to take. So yeah, I'm gonna skip to next day. I'm just gonna take a little break and I will be back. Okay, I'm back now. Anyway, so yeah, let's carry on. So where was I? So we're on to, I believe, the next trading day. So we're now on Thursday. We have unemployment claims at 8:30. Bear that in mind. But we're not trading till 9:30 anyway. So actually, we already had unemployment claims at 8:30, which was it literally did nothing. Interesting. Okay, so let's skip to the 4 hour before New York Open. Wow. Do you see how we are just still accumulating? Now, this is now probably going to make a bit of sense. We have just been accumulating. What do we have tomorrow? CPI. Do you understand that they're building liquidity now for CPI? We're in a massive accumulation phase. It would be wise to wait till tomorrow. We're already 2 trades up, but it's a back test. I'm still going to see what setups I can see. Okay, so we had a bullish FEG here, closed below it. We're neither in a bearish or so. This is. I don't really have a bias. Don't have a bias. Yeah. Don't have a bias, guys, actually. If I saw this sort of chart, I think I would. I think I'd skip the day, to be honest. We've got CPI tomorrow. Maybe go on the 15 minutes, see if we get a continuation lower. Yeah, maybe. See what New York Open does. Yeah. I wouldn't try belonging this. This is It's not even up. I understand we've taken stuff, but look at this strong displacement. I'd probably want to see a continuation short. It'd be nice to see if we can tap into this, to be honest. Okay, we've tapped into it. After tapping into it, do you notice how we are below swing lows though? But look at this. This is bearish. We've got bearish CST. This could be our draw. That would be bearish, I guess. I don't really have a bias for the 4 hour. Apart from that, you have an order block here. You have an order block there that we're respecting. So I'd have a, if I had to force a bias, it'd be bearish. That's just me. See what happens here. Would I call that the breaker block? There's not an FEG there. No, there's not an FEG. Tell a lie. There is an FEG aligned to that. I wouldn't take this. I'm just not sure. I'd simply just skip. But we can forward test. Would have got stopped out there. Yeah. I don't see anything at all. I think it wants to go higher. Nothing. I think I'd miss. I just honestly, like New York Open, we can mark it out. It was here. You could argue that's your bullish breaker. Tapped more of a premium FEG. Would have got tapped in here for that long if you did take it for some reason. There's no bearish breaker here. Nothing there. This is just way too big of a stop, but I just want to see what happens, you know what I mean? Imagine. Yeah, nothing's going on. Still bearish, like there's just nothing. Okay, so we get a stop hunt here. But again, this just is not clear enough. This looks like it is going higher. Wow. I just want to put that long position back on the screen. Wow. Taps another F4 50-minute FEG. Don't have a CST. CST, I don't want to see it here. So what you got to understand is we have a bearish breaker on the 15-minute here. swing high, swing low. You know, I'd probably choose that, to be honest. That's your bearish breaker with an FEG aligned. So we could get a 1 minute setup now. It's not giving a stop hunt. There's just nothing here, guys. You could argue this is your stop hunt in your lowest down close candle before the leg up. Swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. You could argue this is your FEG. You take your position there. Once you get closure below it, stop goes there, 2R. You could argue that. I wouldn't take that, but you see how that goes 2R. Same thing. I mean, the lowest. You're in an FEG here. Higher time frame hit. This is your stop hunt. Lowest down close candle before the leg up that took this high is here. We have this staggered displacement down. You have an FEG here, closure here. You'd enter on the 1048. That's your 2R. And to be honest, you could probably target that low. I see that hitting. There you go, 4R. Clear draw on liquidity. Yeah. That's how the game works. If we took this, 3.6k could have got. And then if I mark out this, we can see what this looked like on a higher time frame for draw on liquidity wise. There you go, it's just this low. And you notice how there's no bullish FEG here in this displacement leg up. So it's not like a place where price is gonna tap into to look to go higher. And you see how I marked out this breaker block with a fair value gap on the 15 minute? Could have taken this. Stop can go above the breaker. I mean, you could put it there. I wouldn't like that. Would be. I'd probably put it maybe 40. I'll just do 35. Target 2R. Ignore that. Like say there. So you actually would have got tapped in here. Got tapped in at this candle's wick, and it candle closed here. Candle dumped down to 2R. Candle came back up to the breaker block again. Entry 2R. So it gave 2R twice, even on the 15 minute. So yeah. Do you see how though my reasoning for a bearish bias? We weren't at a location where you'd want to be bullish. We were just here. We had an order block here. Tapped into it. And just gotta be objective. Like look at the screen. Like kind of see what price is telling you. And I haven't taken anything. I was looking at the 1 minute, at the 15 minute. I'm only looking at taking interest in the 1 minute. But do you see how like the 15 minute, although it's hindsight, do you see? I mean, I marked this out. I marked this breaker block out before it even came up to it. As it was coming up to it. But do you see? It's all the same. I'd honestly just be. I'd probably call it there, to be honest. What time is it? Let's see where this candle closes. This 15 minute. See if we get a continuation even lower. I don't tap into it, and I think that's the end of the session pretty much for me. Tap it here. You have a break block would be high, low, high. Yeah, like there's just, you'd have to close below it. Like, yeah, I think it'd be this. That just it just doesn't look clear. It's not clear. I wouldn't take it. FEG close below it. Short. I wouldn't take this. And there's an FEG up here I don't like as well, 'cause where the stop loss placement is. What's my draw on liquidity? Yeah, you could probably aim for this low. I don't know if that would have tapped you in. Yeah, it would have. That was the breaker there, the low. Straight to stop. And look where it's going. Yeah. That's why I wouldn't have taken it, and I wouldn't probably just be done for the day. Cool, so we're gonna go to CPI, so Friday now. See what CPI done. See how we just all of this is just accumulation. CPI wicked, wicked. 4 hour. Where are we? Accumulation. We have some nice targets here, but where's price on the 4 hour? Is that a bullish FEG? Bullish bias. Now, just because price on the 4 hour is located at a bullish location doesn't mean I'm just going to instantly look for longs. I feel like when you have such a strong displacement like this, I'd want to wait for signs of a reversal. We have low resistance liquidity resting here. That is an easy target. Yeah. So I would probably just see what this New York Open does. New York Open, bullish location. Have a sweep of a low. Bullish FEG. We could just be going lower. I'd probably wait till 10 AM to be honest. See where the 15-minute closed. Doji. Could be signs of a reversal. Again, I'd probably want to wait till 10 AM. Do we have news after at 10? Oh, we have news at 10. Got news at 10. There's nothing here even to take. I'm only looking for bullish. You can see where the 4 hour closes. Yep, look at the 4 hour close. So, to me, it looks like we're grabbing this liquidity. That's where price wants to go to. We just invalidated this 4 hour FEG. I'd probably look for a bullish continuation, a bearish continuation. Just keep going lower. Just, until I see something, I'm not even going to bother looking at what higher time frame looks like. This is the beauty of backtesting. See how we're just going lower? Like, we're not going high. This is just bearish. This would be the definition of catching a falling knife. there's nothing to redo here. I'd want to look for a 15-minute continuation short. We've got here. We've got here. See what price does at these locations. Okay. Don't get closure below the breaker block here. Tap this 15-minute. This would be a breaker block. The closure is questionable. We don't close below it. See why how it's so important as well to wait for that closure. What time is it? 10:45. So the 4 hour. It's not at a place I'd look for a short. In all honesty, it's at a place where I'd look for a long. But unless I get like a CSD, it's just I don't want to catch a falling knife. I really don't. Okay. I don't know if we have SMT here as well. Don't even think we have an FEG actually. FEG aligned here. Yes, we do. I wouldn't take this. I don't feel comfortable taking it. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable taking it. We can forward test it. Sweep low. Why is it not loading? Don't know what's going on here. Swept to low. I'm gonna leave this on the screen. I'd actually be. I think we've missed it. We haven't. I'd be taking that. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. And the fact that I don't know, I think the best thing to do is not to take anything. So we're just going to forward test. And I don't know what I'd do if this was a real market. So we can see what works and what doesn't work. So you would have got tapped in here. This would have got straight stop loss. You're still in this trade, this short trade. If you haven't moved to break even now, you definitely got break even. Jeez. It's a long day in the office, that. Jeez. I don't think anybody would be in this trade still. Okay, you got stopped out there. It didn't go too well. It's quite a big stop. What happened? Swept this liquidity. What did the 4 hour look like? I don't think it's going to load. Anyway, look at the 1 minute. 15 minutes, sorry. We just kind of, when you have expansion, you're going to have one of two things. You're either going to have retracement or consolidation. We're getting expansion, and now we're getting consolidation. You don't want to trade the consolidation. Trust me, because you'll be in a situation like this if you don't even get chopped out straight away. Like if this was me and I got put in here and it was now lunchtime and I was at break even, if I hadn't already taken profits, I would be thinking at like 10 past, I'd be thinking, yeah, I just want to be out of this. And at some point I'd probably just leave or go break even. That's just me. Yeah, so when I say don't try catch a falling knife, I hope that kind of gives you an example why, and like why you kind of want to wait for a 15-minute CSD. I think it's really important to understand after expansion, either expect consolidation or retracement. So this is probably going to be retracement or not, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here for this back testing. I'm going to leave this saved. If you guys found this insightful, if you found this helpful in any way, please do leave a comment. If you want me to continue with this, I definitely can continue with this from where we left off at. This is currently the statistics. I know I only did 1 week. If you want to see more of this, I can do the whole of June. It is just a bit time consuming for me. Maybe I'll do a live session back test for the rest of the month. So leave a comment what your thoughts are, and yeah, I hope you guys found it insightful. If you are new here, check out the description. I'm going to leave a link to the Discord. It's free. Come check it out. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.